Yes, yes, yes. Greetings. We just came from an I radio, misconceptions about conception. That was incredible. Okay.
Yes.
And so I had to bring these ladies forward so that we can continue this conversation. I'm
Yes.
Sheriese Nicole of I Radio and Imperial Kombucha.
Ooh.
And we had some mimosas today. We needed to add. So next time we're gonna add some kombucha to them
All
things.
right, right.
Yes, yes, and we had a great conversation. Misconceptions about conception. Every fourth Friday on I Radio, and also right here for you, this style, misconceptions about conception. Today we talked about surrogate births. So we have Zaire Saab of mysticmamaherbals.com, and we have Nina Omi of Village Doula. She's a doula. Okay, these are very, very important practices, and we just give thanks for the work you all do. And one of today's hot topics was surrogate births. They talked about how Gabriel Union just had the surrogate birth. And so we wanted to know, with you being into the birthing, you're both birth workers. How do you see this? How do you view this practice?
So surrogacy, there are times when moms cannot give birth. They have reproductive issues or whatever, the problems may be. And because she's a woman, she wants to be a mom. So she goes that way. She goes down the path of surrogacy. And with that, right, we have all types of opinions about it. And one of mine is I somehow feel like that baby and that mother are both gonna have some type of lingering issue, when it comes to bonding and letting go. Bonding on the baby's end, always kind of feeling like it's seeking something, like the where's my mama syndrome in a way, and then the mother, because she's the one that kind of had to let go in the beginning after the birth. She's carried this baby for 10 months, really. And now she's giving birth to this baby. She's done all the work. She's done all the maintaining and sustaining and all of that. And now she labors and she gives birth. And if you're a mom and if you're giving birth, like that's work. Like that's just work. And when the baby is born, she has to release this child. No matter what the setup was with the mom, she got paid. Yes, she signed documents, allowing for the process to happen, but she has to still walk away. She has to give this baby up and walk away. And I see that as that, to me, you know what I mean? That would be some issue, later on in life or a little time down the line or a few months later, even in the postpartum period, right? Because postpartum is a whole other subject.
The fourth trimester.
Yeah, like this mom is going to feel like she's lacking something, she may go through postpartum depression, and past baby blues, even though she understood, like, I have to give this baby up. But emotionally, spiritually, this baby is hers, physically, even the baby is hers, even though she's sharing the DNA with the parents. This baby is hers still, I guess they all kind of share the baby in a way. Her blood is running through this baby because the placenta fed this baby. Her emotional thoughts fed this baby. This baby came from her, basically. So she's the mom. That's how I feel about it. I'm not taking anything away from the parents' desire or, decision or how they went about doing it. But I just feel like the whole surrogacy piece is just very controversial. What happens when I know they sign paperwork, like mom cannot ask for this baby back. She cannot get the baby back. But I somehow feel like there should be some type of a connection still somewhere when this child begins to act up down the line. Because it might, just based on it being a surrogate baby, it's just controversial.
Yeah, without a doubt. To piggyback off of that. So I'm pretty much on the same vein of it. It's extremely controversial, and for that mom, for whatever reason, can't carry her own child. Black power to you, baby. Do you? Howsoever, you need to do, you know, do your due diligence and do the research. One of the things that I said when we were talking about this on the radio was that, we all have family members that have that look or that attitude or that swag from a family member that's been past 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 generations. No one knew about it. And not only that, but sometimes genetically, there are some genetic issues that don't pop up every generation. They pop up every 5th generation on the female side, or every 10th on the male side. It's really good to know that, okay, even though you have this surrogate, they have a history of thalassemia, which is a blood disorder where they don't clot, which is only apparent in the male side. So it's one of those things you need to know. Like, do your due diligence, do the research, don't skip out on it. But one of the things that I always wonder about is the actual surrogate. I mean, I understand the parents, praise be, but I'm talking about the actual woman that does this. There are women who actually do this as a business. Okay? And for those of you who don't know or don't comprehend, it takes a woman's body a legit 1 year to regroup from a birth. 1 year. And that's one birth. We're not talking about those who had triplets or quadruplets or whatever. So those women that y'all, like, I have friends that got like 6, 7 kids back to back to back to back.
Me.
No. It takes the body an extremely long time to get back to where it needs to be to function for the actual woman herself.
Yes.
We always talk about how celebrities get that snap back and everything like that. Honey, celebrities have a team of people helping them get that snap back. Trust and believe.
Trust.
We don't have that. We have us.
Yeah.
We have the village.
Yes.
So I wonder about those women.
Yeah.
If they're doing this as a business, yeah, they may have had one baby and got 85. Like I think Kim Kardashian, they pay like almost $100,000 for Chicago. Yeah. What does that look like for that parent? Not for that parent, but for that host, for the most part. How do they recover? Who helps them with their recovery?
I agree. Like she's saying, it takes 1 year is kind of like scratching the surface. That's if you take care of yourself and you do your due diligence and being on it, basically. Being on it in all ways, not just diet, but taking care of yourself, still not to get into like the swing of things like working out and all this extra stuff. You're still in postpartum for up to 3 years, really. And it's like spacing is very important in having children. Mine were like 2, sometimes 3 years apart, almost 3 years apart. And trust, the recovery period is real. Like that mother, even though she didn't take on the baby, she's not the same. Yeah. She's not what she was, so the surrogate has to understand the psychological processes that take place when you have a baby. What happens after birth.
Exactly.
What happens to me after birth.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, the surrogate needs someone really coaching her up.
Exactly.
After birth, she needs a postpartum doula, even though she didn't keep the baby.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Even though she's not breastfeeding, maybe she is, but she needs that extra, behind her.
Exactly.
And the psychological piece is so extremely important.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes. So, we could go on and on. It's a very hot topic.
It's
misconceptions about conception. Definitely. I say make it plain. Keep it plain. Do what's natural. If you can't have babies, maybe you're not supposed to have them. Maybe it's not in your purpose to do that.
Or
and
maybe
it's
you're
okay.
the wrong person. Sorry. Sometimes
and so
it's real.
Let people know where they can find you real quickly.
Oh, I am on Instagram and Facebook, Mystic Mama, MYSTICMOMMA01 on Facebook and on Instagram. My website is mysticmamaherbals.com, and call me. I got you.
You can find me at Women Are Women. That's women, the letter R, women, at gmail.com.
All right. You can find me at SheriseNicole.com. Sheriese Nicole on everything. Follow us, see us, and keep building.
Yes, yes.
I&I Radio, misconceptions about conception. Peace.
Peace, y'all.